Because just as I explained, we have a manage time account block will be begin. So
Okay.
because we are working on quotas now, so you can.
Right. Okay.
Then if you do control S also, it will come. Going there. Just check the same as it is what I explained. That is there. Just about you. So this is the PCR we have written to calculate the present days of the employee day before yesterday, right? So if you read from start, close this, then for first logic we are checking employee is present or not. Then if it is employee is present, we are calculating that day as present, and we are adding this to a time type, to a month balance sheet. Right? That is the as if employee presence. If employee there is no presence, then we are checking if it is a free or not, basing on DWS hours, daily work schedule hours. So if it is yes, then also we are considering that employee was present, because the working days are working hours are 0 for the particular day, right? So if it is no, then we are checking with the valuation class for that particular absence, why employee was absent, right? If it is any other valuation, because this will be the unpaid valuation rule, and this is paid valuation rule. If it is a paid leave, then we are going to consider that day as present day, and if it is unpaid, then we are not doing it.
Krishna, star means what?
Sorry?
Double star. This valuation rule, what you are checking, double star means what?
See, valuation rule is 2-digit code, right?
Yeah. No, but this double star, you are adding. That means
see, star itself, it's telling apart from this, any remaining things. Let us say
okay.
02, 012, something like that, 99, 88, whatever they create. Okay. Remaining things, like here, if you see,
Krishna.
here we are mentioning single star. This place is for PCR grouping. Any of the PCR grouping, it will go here. Just put this PCR in front of you and you write your own PCR. That's what I am telling. Don't study this PCR. What I am telling is, go to a different screen immediately. Whenever you open the system, don't study the schema. Because when you see the process and the output in the log, then only you are able to understand. If you are studying the, what this is doing, what this is doing, it won't work actually, really speaking. Because I done all the stuff. What exactly it will work for you people is, you go to a new screen and just go write your own PCR. How come it is not opening? Go directly to PCR, something you give your own text, then say create. You will be understanding first what the characteristics you are giving. Okay, don't copy any of the PCR and do. You go create from the scratch. Right? Don't copy my PCR or do something. If you write like this, then only you will get. Then you will get a blank, all this stuff. Right? Come down and start creating from here. What is there in this rule? Then just write the same thing first. Then whatever you got the doubt, you try removing this or try editing this. Okay, then really if you have doubts, we'll put a section in the weekends, so that in the weekends we didn't discuss any topic apart from your clarification, means whatever the issues you are facing in the ideal system. then you will get the actual, work knowledge. Okay. So try doing this, put your hands creating new PCRs. What I have done, I checked it today also. Nobody created any PCR. So if you are listening all the classes without creating any PCR, really it won't work. It is not worthful to continue the class also. So time management, customer PCRs created. Let us say we got it from, 12th of August. Okay. I am checking somebody have created any time management PCRs which is customer specific. Nobody's created any PCR. I think we have to. Because I have created, right? These are the only two PCRs which I created. So even I am creating couple of times, but nobody has created. Because see, really, if you create yourself, then you really get the knowledge. Try doing for 1 week, you will understand what knowledge you are getting. If I am not wrong, then go and read whatever PCRs I am writing. Okay, so we'll do whatever PCRs maximum, try to get some time, because everybody is working consultants, I know, but try to get some half an hour or 1 hour time, quickly create your own PCRs and then check the output. Definitely the things will go to your mind. So today we will discuss the topic which we left yesterday. Somebody asked, I think Amita, somebody asked, I think, right, regarding paid and unpaid. I explained that day itself. So prohibition date will work. How to, we have to, like the scenario will be, client will tell that employee is eligible for the leaves, but we will credit those leaves after completion of prohibition. Let us say here in our concept, anyhow, we build a logic like monthly employee is eligible for 2.5, which is generating as of now, right? Whatever we have written, right? Let us say employee have is from April May and June, right? So what it should happen, 2.5.
July 7.5, right?
Yeah, let us say if you are taking 3 months of prohibition, right? Let us say we are taking 3 months of prohibition. 1st of April, employee was joined, right? If it is 3 months of prohibition, what it should do? Right? Likewise, it should generate for June. End of the June, he should be eligible for 7.5. Let us say if it is July, right? Likewise, it should generate up to December. But what the requirement is, it should not generate. This is actual, eligibility, let us say. Okay, so the period here we are telling is in this month the provision will, going to expire. So in the end of the month when the provision expired, on that month what we will do, we'll start generating whatever is. Right? First, try to understand the requirement, what it is, because it's a real-time requirement. If you join in any company, okay, before your confirmation period done, nobody will give you the eligible leads, right?
Yes.
We configured many times. So it's a real-time scenario. So try to understand. If you are clear about the what we are going to do, then you will understand why we are writing the logic. Okay. So up to here, every month directly we are generating whatever the actuals we are coming, we are getting. We are generating from our rules what we have written. Right, let us say here we will run up to 31st June. I don't think so it is 30, right? Right, let us say up to June. I am running our actual existing rule. What it will do is there is no check we have done for prohibition date. I think we have 2 more people missing in our team. So meanwhile, I will explain what exactly the existing thing was. If you remember how much I should get the quota, I think it is including of our absence, right? If you remove the absence, we will be a bit clear how much. So if you see April he got 2.5, May 2.5, then June 2.5. Obviously it should be 7.5 if our rules are working, right? So we are getting up to this mark. The 7.5 is getting, but he is creating every month. So we have to see the date of provision. Then we have to generate. So it's already
Krishna, in
15
our rule,
minutes
can we
late.
read info type 16?
Pardon?
Can we read info type 16 in our rule?
No.
Okay.
We have given with 41. 41 is very important info type for time evaluation. The info type 41 is actually given for this. Okay. In many interviews, many people, when you are going for a time evaluations or positive time requirement, definitely they will pose what is the importance of info type 41. What we will do is, we'll write a dynamic action to update 41 info type with relevant subtype, date type. Whenever you maintain 16 info type, then it will go to 19 info type. Then it should come to 41 info type. It's a simple one. It's even dynamic action also. So whenever they have taken the action, it will update our info type 41. Okay. If you people are not aware of dynamic actions, we can take a separate session for dynamic action. Here I am going to put the date manually. If you really don't know about the dynamic action, we have user exit for these things which even Abacus will do for you. This is the enhancement. You can go to your Abacus and you can ask to implement this enhancement with this particular exit. These are the checks. Whenever let us say what you say, there is a confirmation action is there within this exit, you can, what it will do is, even Webbers will know all this stuff. No worries. If you see here, they can go to the documentation within the exit 2. So when they have taken an action, that is a check, then you can create info type 41 or modify info type, whatever the logic, you can insert the values the same date. Okay, if you are not aware of dynamic action. So what it will do is, whenever you took that action, the date will dynamically store in info type 41. So no need to tell user to maintain every time. I think first time we are opening these things in our server, so it is taking some time.
Krishna, just
Shweta, I am not getting your voice. Can you repeat?
is it audible now?
Yes, now it is audible.
Okay. Krishna, regarding dynamic action, even if you write a rule, when user is hiring any employee, he has to click on save button on info type 41, right?
Not required.
Automatically it can update?
Yes. Without knowledge of user, in the backend it will update.
Okay.
Okay, see, general dynamic actions, let us say there is a SAP standard, everybody will tell if dynamic action is nothing but 21, info type will come if you enter, child or spouse, such kind of thing, but it's not the right one. It's a backend, there is a /d, if you put in your exact line, it will update it. Okay, I will do everything with dynamic actions itself, I don't go for exit, because it will be in our hands, functional guys. If something went wrong, we can go and we can do something to the dynamic action. So this will be the exit, and there will be a include which is not active and which is not created. This is given by SAP itself. Okay, if you click on this, it will ask to create this include program. See, it is asking to does not exist. Do you want to create this include? Then they will create this include, and there is a process C mode, S mode to activate this, exit and all this stuff. This is a complete circuit. So they will do for you. If you no need to note down all these stuff, whatever I am showing here. If you put it in Google, how to default the values whenever there is a action, the first it will come here. Okay, well, there are many posts in SDN and Google, so no issues. These are the very small things we can understand. You won't get the knowledge on PCRs and schemas. Nobody can explain many times, so that is why we are here. Okay, so leave about dynamic actions. So 10th member, who is the only one guy is missing. So we will continue. Remy, I think you are just here. We still didn't started anything. Can you hear us? Remy, can you hear me? So this is what we want to modify for prohibition period. I think why I am waiting is even Remy posed this question, how we will work on confirmation day. So let us say going to our actual PCR. So this anyhow it will work. No need to do any changes because we should calculate his date, present days to a time type called Z902. Now what we will do is we'll create a new time type. For storing, let us see, I will confirm first. So this is our schema. Right, these are our PCRs which we have written. Okay, this is the PCR which is calculating the present days. It should work as it is. What I will do here is I am inserting a line. I am putting some if else condition. Okay, if, and I am going to write a rule called Z9 12, which is the continuation number. Okay, and I am giving check prohibition date. Okay, so if prohibition date, in this rule we will put some logic, true or false. We have a condition. Okay, still I didn't created any rule. So basing on this rule, we will get a value like true or false. If true, then this PCR will read whatever we have written. I am inserting another line after the rule. Right? I am putting else. I am inserting another line after else. I am going to create another, PCR which will be almost copied from this. So no need to do many things about on this PCR. Else this one. Again I am inserting line after this. Then end this. Okay. See what here I am doing. I will explain again. See, there is a, if you know, it's simple to understand, you know, if, else, and if this condition is true, then this line will read. If not, it will go to else and this line will rule. Then every if should stop with a and if. Right? I will tell you one thing. First, if we create this, then you will understand if, else, and if. Right? This is within the schema. It's not a you know. It will come because we didn't created these PCRs. If you go for check, it will tell this PCR does not exist. What we will do is now we will try this if logic. How we are going to create? I will put the screen like this only. Right, 9012 we have given. So here what we are checking is we have to check the prohibition date. Right, time management on star. These things are quite common attributes, so I am not repeating more on this. Because every time when you create a PCR, you have to give the attributes. If it is time management, if not payroll. So this one is also PCR grouping, because we are not bifurcating as of now based on PCR grouping. I am putting star, so even it is 1, 2, 3, anything, it will go, means our logic will continue like this. And the time type also I am not bothering, even if it is any kind of time type, it should come to this role. Then here is the actual logic to understand. See, what I said is we have to get this from info type 41, right? We will do one thing. We will take any of the, I am creating info type 41 manually. We have right, end of probation we can take, and we will do say 6:30. Okay, so you can ask if it is something the probation is expiring at in between 15. That is again a separate topic. We can take a letter first. Let us say the example, if it is end of the month, like 30th of June, how we are going to calculate. So what we maintained, I forgot. So it's 36, right? So just when you after creating this, you remember this. So from date 36, we should get the date. See, if you remember, I will show you the time evaluation. Few things you have to understand here. See, our rule is going to read on day, right? So every time it has this date, and we have a date from info type 41. So what we are going to do here is we are comparing this date to 41 date. So if it is greater, less than or equal to, then you can put the check. So for that there is a standard operations are there, how we are going to check. Go to the documentation. Right, we have for that we have HRS is equal to, after that we have a Y to check time intervals between two date entries. Right, this is what we are going to do. So click on this. So you got this Y followed by F, G, H, J, J. See, here you have to think a bit what HRS is equal to Y. So here is the example. What is Y? What is G? What is H? Let us say we already defined it as HRS is equal to Y, because we are going to calculate the differences. Now what is F? What is Z? What is H? What is JJ? That you have to decode from the documentation. The documentation is clear, but you have to check like this. So first we will go for this F. So this is variable 1, F is variable 2, right? So this is the variable 2 for F. This is in the place of F, what you are putting, that is all given over here. Let us say here I am going to take S. Entry date from date specification info type 41 or actions info type. That too, what it is telling, if it is not determine the entry date from the date type specified in the info type 41. See, what here it will do is, if there is no date specification in this JJ in the last, what we are going to give is the date type, that is 33, I think. Okay, if this is not there, it will take the entry date as the output to HRS table. It will take the entry date as the date. Okay, I will tell another example. Let us say here if I put S, what it will do is it will check. I will define like this: HRS is equal to YSAA, then our date type 31, right? So what this S will do is, because I am using S here, it will check this time type is available, sorry, date type is available in info type 41 or not. If it is not available, means this is the probationary date, so we are taking it as a probationary date. If probationary date not maintained, it will take the hiring date as probationary date. So if employee 2 is not having the probationary date, it will generate from the hiring date. If not, it should generate from the probation date. That is what I am going to take over here. Okay, we will come back anyhow. I will explain again. So this is the variable 2 which we have done. You can use remaining things also as per the client requirement. So as per our requirement, we are going to use S. You can just go through the documentation for more clarification. Then in variable 3, which is part of Z. If you come to Excel, this is a Z. Okay. So what it is telling, key date which should refer. So what I am taking it as A. Why I am taking it as A means, every day when time evaluation will run, that holds one date, right? That is the time evaluation day. Every day it is running. So it will check with the day. If I put A here, it will check the day. That is why I am taking A. Right? Then coming to H. This is the H, that is variable 4. What I took, again I took A. So you want comparison of days, weeks, full month, year, like that. So we want exact date. So I have taken A again in variable H. Then JJ is a time type, which I have taken 30. A bit confusing to understand how to build the logic, but you should concentrate more what the documentation has given. So you have to, whenever you are going to build up such kind of logic, you just syntax, you copy this, like somewhere you put, how can you understand, well, you put like this, then what to give, you have to, build like this, then go to your PCR. I will come back. Then because you understood how we have decoded this, so I am using Y, because Y will do for us difference between days. So as either from date type or from actions info type, the date, hiring date, or the date type which is we are given. A is for this A is for days, and this A even I have to go to the documentation. YSAA. Then we are going to give the time type. Sorry, date type. Is it 33, right? We have given.
Six.
36. Okay. Whatever. Right. So 36. So what it will do is, how many days difference is there? Let us say if our time evaluation is running on 1st of April and the date is we maintained as 30th of June or July. Okay, so the days between 1st of April and that date, it will take the difference number of days into HRS. Okay, so then what we will do is we will HRS. I said compare question mark. I think we have done this previously or not. So I am putting it as 0. So whenever this date and that date are same, it will go to equal to symbol, less than or greater than. Okay, how it is going on day, we will insert this and we will check what it was happening. So this was on do one thing. If you run now, we will get some no. We'll do one thing. I'm going to create the second one also because if we run the schema, if you check this schema, the second PCR is not there, right? So what we will do is we will copy Z910, which is we have written to generate the quota. So I am copying the same PCR without any modifications to this. It should be 1-3, right? We will miss. So I am creating the same rule. I didn't done any changes. If you remember this rule, I explained, right? This is the mathematical calculation we have done. The same thing, I didn't done any changes to this as of now, so that we can save the schema and we can see what the rule which we have written here, Z911, sorry, Z912 is doing. So I am running again. We didn't given any values, that is why. Okay, this means we have given. So we have to do a bit more for that. So first I will do one thing. I will we have a function called scond, SCOND. So what this will tell is if the condition is true or not, because this PCR what we are doing, we are calling in the schema with a function called if. So there should be true or false condition over here. For true or false condition, we will use this scond function. If you want to go to documentation, they will explain clearly. This is a single operation given by SAP, scond, and the characters how you have to maintain like this. Scond is equal to x can be is equal to, here they have given y, they are telling true or false. So what I maintain, spawn function in place of x, there is only one possibility is equal to, right, true or false, then followed by one space followed by zz, that is if. Right, this is the standard. There is no logic here. So SAP has given the syntax like this. We are maintaining this. The first digits are spawned operation. The next is equal to, and next is true or false. Then we have to give if. Okay, that there is nothing more technical in this to write a logic. So we have to use true or false. So if you see this functionality, only you can change true or false for any statement. Let us say client is telling if the date, provision date is 30th, on that day we should consider or not. Let us say if they are considering on that day for the eligible for the rule COND, then is equal to true space if, right? If it is greater, obviously he is eligible, right? So we can select this. If you press enter, it will come out. So what I am telling is probationary date. It will check that number of days between his date specifications and the current date. So if it is less than, it will go to this statement, which is false, and if it is, it will go here if the date is equal to or greater than, as a true statement. We will see how the true and false now it will work in our schema. Right, let us say if we go on the day 1 for our if condition, this is the rule. See, the date is less than the number which is getting, it is less, right? So current evaluation date minus that date will be in some minus number, so it will go to false. So on every day up to when let us say in any other day, if you go, it will go to false. And what if you observe one more thing, what it is doing, if this rule is going to false, that is why the very next clock it is going to else. In between these two lines we inserted a PCR that was not reading. Okay, that was skipping, and the PCR which we are written after this else, that was reading. Okay, so if the probationary date is there, the other PCR which is the actual PCR Z910 will read. That also we'll see on the, this is the probationary date we maintain. Right, if you see here, the Z901 came. Why? Because on this date it is true, right? Then because it is going to true if condition, so then it is going to the same PCR Z910 instead of it is not going to else. Right, coming back to the schema, I will explain. See, this is what we have written a logic. In this PCR, what we have written, in the if PCR, okay, in Z910, what we have written is, we are using HRS is equal to YSAA with a date type called 36. So what it is doing is, from the current time evaluation date and whatever the date specifications we maintain, that date, it is subtracting and it is comparing. That too in terms of days. So how many days it is different. So if it is less than that date, okay, it will go to else instead of reading this line, and it will read this rule. If it is equal to or greater than, then it will go to this line and it will skip this PCR. Right? If you have doubts, you ask me, then we will continue further. I think definitely you should have. Shweta, no questions?
No.
Okay. So can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is if else logic. What we have done is we have created a condition over here in this PCR. So just we have to understand this functionality first. So if this condition is true, this will read, else this will read, then and if. Okay, this we have to remember. Then in this rule what we are writing is also important. So here this is the main logic in this PCR. So how I showed in the Excel, you have to decode like that. Okay, even we will do the same thing whenever we got a typical requirement which we didn't work. So it's very simple, one or two things if you decoded immediately, whenever you go, you required a new thing, you can write, build up your own logic, like YS AES, I have put 33. So likewise you can write your logic. But we have to understand the SAP syntax, how we can build this. Right, so this is up to here. Now what we have done here is, in this PCR what we are doing, again I am coming back to the original main one. If you remember, what I am telling is, if it is last day of the period, right, then what I am doing here is I am getting the present days of the employee from this time type. If you remember previous PCR, it is generating this time type with his present days. In our example, we put one absence. Now I removed actually, but it's 29 days divided by the current day, because it's the last day. The current day is 30. So 29 by 30, some factor is calculating. That factor we are storing in a variable table called Z001. Then we are taking a constant from 511K table, ZEARN, okay, that we maintained as 30. Then I am dividing it, by 12, because we want monthly value. We are getting this 2.5. That I am multiplying again with the constant which we stored in the variable using K. Whatever the output we got, we are pushing to this time type. This time type was linked in the configuration. That is in set base and date. Right? So in the second PCR, we should not generate, the quota, because second PCR, when it will read before prohibition only, this will read. So we have to store this number somewhere, because we should calculate, but we should not generate. If you pass the value to this time type, definitely it will generate the quota. That we showed I showed the examples how this is generating, how quota was generated, right? So what we have to do is, we have to create some space. We will create a new time type and we will store that in the month balance table, because prohibition period, it will be more than a month minimum in any company. So the complete month, or in 2 months or 3 months, whatever the prohibition is there, we have to maintain. Let us say today I think you will get something more on time types also. So we create what is the time types we are creating. So I am creating a 3 time type. So and tell him store EL quota. It's not for generation, it's just for storing before prohibition, right? So what here we have to give is month balance, then we have to tell from the period also. See here for the example period is month, so if it is accumulating in the month, it won't enough. It should transfer from month to month. Okay. You try doing when you are working. If you remove this, what will happen? In April, it will be there. It won't, move to May. Let us say in April 2.5 you got. So it will store in this time tab. That same time tab you can't see in May because this is not checked. So we'll do that also. If you want to transfer the same time tab to the next calendar year also, you can check this. Or if you want to move to any different time tab, whatever the balance is there, you can use this. Okay, and if you want to store in, cluster B2 directly, the time tab, you can use this. So up to here, we are going to work now. So what we will do with this time tab is, so logic for calculation of, the 2.5 is same. I am not going to disturb anything. Only here what I am going to do is, instead of dB, I am taking MB. Instead of this time tab, I am taking the new time tab which I created, and it is going to Solado table, that is month balance table. Because this rule will run when the prohibition was not completed, right? Let us see after doing the single change in line how this time tab is generated. Right? So right, in the month end, you all know we are generating everything in the month end. On 30th April, what our logic will do, if this rule was reading, as already showed you, so it is going to be a false statement because still he is in prohibition period. So it is going to else, and our newly copied and modified rule from Z910 will read like this, and here is the time tab Z903 was generated with the same 2.5. So you can check here in the Solado table. So what you got, Z903 is storing EL quota as 2.5. Okay, and if you see the quota, it won't generate. Why? Because we are not pushing it to the actual time tab which we have given in the configuration. So here the generation will be 0. Okay, this is for the month of April. So let us say in next month what will happen? The same logic. If it is again false, then it is going to else. Again, our rule is reading like this and pushing that whatever the 2.5 generated for this to the same time tab to month balance table. So if you check here, Z903 2.5 plus 2.5 become 5. Right. Likewise, it will generate. We'll see in after the prohibition. Let us say here. So if it is not going to else, only here the actual rule was ready, right? But here what we are doing is whatever the calculation we have done, So here again 2.5 will generate, and the quota will be updated with 2.5 only, right? So what we have to add here, whatever the past 2 months he is eligible, like 2.5, 2.5, total 5 is stored already in Salado table. If you see here, uh, in Salado table, you can see the number 5 which you should get for April and May, right? So now what we have to do in the existing PCR is there, we have to add this number to the 2.5 also. So what I want to we have to do is go to the main PCR which was written initially, that is the 0 actual generation of quota. So you know how we called this time type, basing on from Salado table, if we are calling we have to use M, right? So up to here you got the amount, the same thing you are pushing to the actual time type which is generating the quota. So create a line over here. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to add a line over here. So what I am telling is here we are getting 2.5 with this mathematical calculation. So again what we will do is we can add, right, plus, then I am calling from Salado table with a time type called Z903. So up to here you got 2.5. In this time type you got whatever he is eligible when he was in prohibition period. Then I am going to add to this time type, which will generate the quota. So now if we rerun the time evaluation, right, anyhow it will, our modified PCR will run only on 30th of June. So if whatever we done the modification, we added only one line, whatever the we are storing in the time type, we are adding here. We are getting 7.5, which is the exact value. Okay, up to here, okay. Still there is something to explain in this, because two more lines I have to add. That also I will explain, then you can, I think you can start posing the questions. See what we will do, let us say we will check up to 31st June. Let us say we are running to the next month again for the complete month. See, in the month of June, we got the expected output over here 7.5. So in July what should it happen? Again 2.5 it should happen, and it should generate as 10, right? If I am not wrong, it will come as 15, right? Why? Because the Salado table, the value is still there. Even after we created this to the employee, still we are not making it as 0. So for this error, what we have to do is we have to add two more lines to the existing PCR. See here, we added, we pass it to the created time type. So what we have to do here is HRS is equal to 0, ADD MB, again the same time tag, that is which I want to make it as 0, and then I am telling as Z. So what the Z will do here is, whatever here it consists of, number, that is 5 it consists of. So the 0 will overwrite the 5 and 0 will store in this time. Because our work was already happened with this. It should not be, it should not exist again. If it is existing again, next month also the 5 will add. Again next month also it will add. So every month the 5 will be adding to.
Krishna, what is Z doing over here? Add MB Z903 Z.
If you put Z over here, here we have 5 in this time tag already.
Right.
Number. So this 0 will override the 5. If you are not putting Z here, the 0 will add to 5.
Okay.
Right. If 0 is adding to 5, there is nothing to do. Again, 5 plus 0 is 0. Right?
It's 5.
So if I put Z, it will override. Simple example, we'll test what it was happening here itself. In the last day itself, we can see what it was happening. Here we have written our two lines, HRS is equal to 0 with Z, right? So after this output, if we check in Salado table, our time tag, what it happened? Sorry, this one, it became 0, right? If you remove the Z, it won't happen. Let us say here, for testing purpose, if I am putting 1, okay, the 5 will add to this 1 will add and it will become 6. Because if we are putting 0, I think we'll think it. It becomes 6.
So just to confirm that HRS is equal to 1, 1 is a value, right? Or is it an indicator?
Number. It's a number.
Because I thought it was an indicator like 1 or 0.
No.
Okay.
After HRS function, if you put direct number, that will be a hot coding number.
Okay. Yeah.
So here what I will do, if I put Z over here, what should happen? The same way you can also check. So these are the things what you have to do many times in the server. So you put this thing, if you have doubt what this Z was doing, you just put it and execute and see what was happening. You remove that and then you run again and see what was happening. That will give you the actual knowledge for all.
Yeah, Krishna. Right. So I got that point, but the thing is like, hello.
Yes.
But the thing is like, if we do add, like if we put HRS as 0 and then we add it to month balance table, but then we forget to put Z. Then how do we realize that we need to put Z, because it could be A, B or C also, right?
See, what I done is pardon?
Like, I mean, I was just questioning that why Z and why not other, why Z, that's it.
See, if it is ADD MB, that is a standard function given by SAP.
Right.
If you are telling why they are given ADD MB, why they are not given some other thing, what we can post. So SAP had given the standard things, it's not written by me.
No, that is right. Yeah. But like it is somewhere, is it mentioned in the documentation that
We'll check. Really, I didn't check. Definitely, it should be there.
Okay.
you can see here somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I was just yeah. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because nobody trained me on these PCRs and all this stuff. Whatever I learned from my first joining date of my company, I done all these R&Ds and I learned myself. Okay, so SAP documentation is the only right document for us. There is no step-to-step document or no books or nothing to get these things. So what I prefer is you just know how to check the documentation in that.
Right.
So it will go you to the it's a ocean, PCR schemas. What I know, I can't tell. I know 100% of PCRs and all this stuff. So what is the
Yeah.
contents is here I know how to search the documentations and get the issues to be resolved through this.
Right. I was just concerned that whether this Z is in documentation or not, because Z is sometimes like used for some other purpose.
No, that's what I am telling. 100%,
Yeah.
almost 100% everything will be there in the SAP documentation. As of now, I
Right.
didn't found anything it's not there in SAP, especially
Right.
related to these PCRs.
Right. I got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. In the configuration tables, I observed many times they didn't maintain the documentation. But here in the PCRs and functions, really will get the documentation. No worries. So this is what exactly we are going to do here. If I run now, because I had changed this, if you observe to 0 and then Z, this exactly we have to do many times in many PCRs in further scenarios also. So if I run now, to July, it should come as output as 10 on 0 because we made that as 0. Right? So this is the exact value. So month on month it will generate like this. So this is the topic which I want to explain for the day. So if I start any other topic, it will be a different topic from this. So I suggest you people to work more on the server. So how much you are working, I will log to your systems in the weekend. Anytime I will spare another 1 hour or 1.5 hours for you. So if you are facing some issues in the same server, we will meet on 1 hour in any of the weekend. Okay, then I will show you where you have done the mistake or what is the wrong going on. Then you will be more clear. But before that, if you try more and really you are not going to, if you are not getting any solution for that, try for complete 1 day. Hardly if you are really not able to resolve that, I am here to give the solution for your practice systems.
Okay, so the next
Yes,
class will be on Monday or
Monday.
weekend? Okay.
Krishna, can you please show us Z913 PCR?
Yeah.
I'm just confused as to what we did in Z913.
See, I copied the same schema, whatever Z910, right? The same thing, I didn't done any changes here. Only instead of adding to day balance table with a Z901, which we have mentioned in the configuration, I am passing the value whatever the 2.5 the calculated value is coming, that I am pushing to a time.
But why we are using this Z913?
So I have to explain from start. I hope. See,
I'm sorry,
no issues,
I'm
no
confused.
issues. That's what. See, that's what we are writing. That's why first logic we are putting if. Here first you should understand this. Here you got the point. What we are doing, prohibition date check.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
if prohibition period is through with the prohibition period, Z910 will read, right?
Okay.
Then only the quota should generate, right?
Yes.
So if it is not created, then it will go to else and it will read this line. So this Z913 should not, generate the quota, but it should store that value somewhere.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right? So whenever it becomes true, this value, the stored value, we are adding here. Got the
Yes.
logic?
Yeah, I understood.
One more question, Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, so like in Z, there is two this PCR Z910 and Z913. In one of the PCR we are adding to month balance, and the other PCR we are adding to day balance. So
Yes.
I'm just confused between these two. Like, so now when we are not generating the quota, we are adding to the month balance, and then when we are generating the quota, we are adding to the day balance, right?
Yes. See,
Yeah. So can you explain a bit on this?
quota we are generating based on the day. What will
Right.
happen? I will show you in the log when it
Okay.
is. See, whatever the time type we are generating with that new PCR. Okay, if I add to day month, day balance also, there won't be any issue for us, but it will store. Here I am pushing, right? So we don't require any particular day on which day it was generated or something like that. So I am pushing here. No, here it is, right? This is the time type. So if I push to ZES table, okay, on first, if you see this table, second, third, sixth, whatever the time types are there, it will store based on a day.
Right.
But it is not required for us.
Yeah.
I should require a lump sum amount on which day it was generated. I don't bother. Okay, if you remember why I am pushing that time type, the actual time type to day balance is why? Because in the configuration I have put it in day balance.
Okay. Yeah.
In the set base entitlement, you have two places. One is day balance and the period balance.
Right.
You swipe the things. You maintain period balance. You can push to month balance.
Yeah, so so our logic is like in a year we are generating like 30 leaves, and for every month we are generating as 2.5 2.5 leaves per month that way.
Yes.
So can I do this thing that I can pass it to month balance even for the other one also, where we are doing as a day balance, like?
See, that depends on the requirement. What here we are doing is every month end we are not directly creating. We are catching the date and we are creating through our PCR.
Okay, so like if the PCR is like if this schema is run in the middle of the month, then it would be like 1.25, right?
What should you have to do is see in the if you are without using this ZES table, if you are going to use Salado table, this month balance table,
Right.
first go to configuration, change that to Salado period balance table, then
Right.
go to generation rule. Instead of putting daily, you have to put monthly.
Right.
Okay.
Because
Let
in
us
my
say client have,
previous
let us say, yeah.
in my previous company it was like you have to generate on a monthly basis. So that is
No.
I was
Here
thinking
also
from
we are
that side.
generating monthly basis, but why we prefer this is, see, many times what he will tell is there are several conditions to check. Let us say employee, terminated at the mid of the month.
Okay.
Let us say employee confirmed in the mid of the month. Let us say this month 15, my confirmation period was done.
Okay.
From very next day I am eligible for the leaves, right?
Right.
How come I will wait up to month end? If you maintain period balance, how it will wait to happen?
Okay. So in
Whenever
that
that date, the time type was created, that day my quota should generate.
Oh, okay. So then in that case, if you do a monthly balance, then the proration would not happen, right?
No.
Okay, I
You
got it.
can't you can't create all the scenarios for the client.
Yeah, I got it.
So there is
Thanks.
an option they have given to them. So
Right,
that is
right,
the
right.
case. I said when I creating the what I mean to say,
No, actually,
even
I got this point like when you explained for the first time, but then today when I saw the monthly balance, I got confused. So that is why.
that the given there is a requirement. If once we can use them
Yeah,
because
I
we
got
have
it.
tables to storing time type ZDS and Solado. They are given in the configuration. That depends on the
Right. Okay. Thank you, Krishna.
so, and moreover, we are going to discuss this. See, if you
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Krishna? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah. I think Krishna he lost his.
Okay. Is it true to ask the question if it's 3 minutes?
hello,
Hello?
yes, Sagar, yes, Shweta. My net connection was lost. Actually, I am using the alternative net connection. No issue.
Okay.
No problem, no
Yeah,
problem.
because I'm using multiple net connections over here. Sometimes because I'm facing this thing for many times. So if something went wrong, you just hold for 5 minutes so that I can switch to different network in future also. So any questions on the subject?
No, I'm
Krishna,
good.
I just have in PCR, you said you will be storing it to a variable, what do you call that? Variable table or what is it?
If I telling about the relevant table, I have used that ADDVS. Generally, we don't use ADDVS because we are creating several time types. We'll create another time type and we'll store in the time type generally. But why I explained here is the same variable. It will store, you know, in the what you will say that VS table. This is a variable table. So here it is storing that number, whatever it is coming. So here why it is 1 is because present days divided by calendar days we are doing. We removed all the absences. Present days divided by calendar days is 1. So the 1 is storing here. This one we are multiplying, with the remaining logic. Got it. And CVS table is a default cumulative table for 3 months. It is generated 1 and it is storing here. The only strange thing which I didn't understand from the first is I didn't get any operation how to call this 3 or how to remove this 3. Unfortunately, we created a Z operation to eliminate this thing. We raised it to SAP, but still they are telling it's a standard table. Don't. It's not for use. We have to check with CVS table. But anyhow, that is a cumulative table SAP had given to store the data, and this is the table. It will store day and day. So this number we can use at any point of time, and it will reset. If you go here to any of the day, you can't see the VS table. VS table will store on the particular day itself. Z001 I have created, that's why it is coming to VS table. If you want XYZY, you can create your own. Whatever you want, a 4 characteristics, you can use and you can store. If you are not comfortable with this, you can use time type. Generally, we will use time type only because unnecessary we are generating a new table, and even I am not clear how to clear this table. If you go for any month, if I come here, this table was storing with 3. So even I don't know what it will do harm for us or what it will do good for us. So without knowing this, why we have to generate this table? That is why I will create a time type and I will store. This is the fair one. So up to here, I think you understood about the tables called ZES, Salado, ZL. You are going to understand when you generate the time-based tags. So VS and CVS. These are the tables. Straightforward we are using when you are creating quotas. There are other tables again. Tip, time pair tables will come into picture when you are working with all these blocks. Almost on all these blocks we are going to work. So I will explain those tables when we go to the particular scenario. So this is all for this class. Can we quit for the day? We can meet on Monday. Hope you can practice this weekend good, and you can come back with good questions.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Krishna. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Thank you all. Leaving for the day.